Assalamualaikum all.
Boss.
Yep. Right. Well, thanks for coming everyone. You may have a seat. So, our Inter-Campus Esports Championship is coming up soon. Our goal today is to decide gaming laptops, monitors and accessories that give us strong performance and without overspending. So let's hear everyone's findings before we make the final decision. Let's start with you.
Okay, for the tech part, for the first one which is CPU. We choose the strong CPU with high cores to handle heavy gaming with high frame per second. We choose between AMD Ryzen 7 or Intel Core i9. Okay, for the CPU cooler, can work for long hours and keep the CPU in the stable temperature. The next one is the RAM. The high RAM can load game fast, so we must choose between 60GB RAM or 32GB RAM. Okay, for the storage, I think we should choose the high one because the games are usually heavy and in high capacity, so we must choose between the 500GB to 1TB. So for the video card GPU, we must use the high quality one which can run in high graphic visual for clearer view. So I think we must choose AMD Radeon RX or NVIDIA GeForce RTX. Okay, for the monitor, we must choose the curved, accurate visual color, the high FPS one. I think the brand which is Prims Plus X270 or AOC C24GI8. Okay, for the headphones, we must use the good sound system to hear or the clearer microphone to communicate with others. So the brand that I suggest is HyperX Cloud Steam Core. Okay. For the keyboard, we must use the very smooth clicks, which is the brand is Mechanic K500. Okay. For the last one, for the mouse, we choose the very smooth handle, which is the brand is Logitech G102.
Okay, so thank you Mukris for the advices. Now can we just move on to the next part, which is our budget advisor.
Alright, so since we are in a quite tight budget, so we cannot use much of our money on some unnecessary stuff. So first for the CPU, for the performance that we need, I think I suggest us to use AMD Ryzen 7800X3D because the price range is only about 1,750 to 1,900. So it's much more affordable with higher performance compared to Intel Core i9. Okay, so for CPU cooler, there's like two options, which is liquid or fan cooling. But I suggest us to use the fan cooling one because it is more cheaper and it has a lower maintenance cost as compared to liquid cooler because it has the chance or the risk to like leaking and cause harm. Okay, another part is for the RAM. Since we want to handle the gaming project, so I think it's much preferably for us to buy the 32GB RAM since it have high performance and it's a long-term investment for us. Another thing is for the storage, like suggested from the tech advisor, we either use 500GB or 1TB, but I think it's better for us to use the 500GB one because it's a PC that is for gaming only and not personal use, so we don't have to need much of storage for that. Another thing is for the video card, which is the GPU. I think it's better for us to use the AMD Radeon because the price range is only 1,100 to 1,300 as compared to NVIDIA GeForce RTX, which costs us like 1,300 and above, which for the same performance, so it's better for us to use the AMD Radeon. So for the monitor, so I suggest us to use the AOC C24G18, which costs us under 500 ringgit each. Okay, so for the headphone, I agree with the tech advisor saying that we should buy the HyperX Cloud Stinger Core because it costs only under than 150 ringgit, and we can also get a headphone with a good sound system and a good microphone. So it is saving a lot more on that because it only costs under 120 ringgit each. And then for the keyboard, the mechanical keyboard that we're going to use is the Mechanic K500, which is a white keyboard. It only costs under 140 ringgit per each, so it is more affordable for us. And last thing for the mouse, which is the most important part for gaming, so I suggest us to use the Logitech G10-2 Lightsync because it only costs 70 ringgit below for the best value and reliable sensor. Yeah.
Well, thank you, Adam, our budget advisor. So we shall move on to our next aspect, which is streaming aspect. So what do you think, Jamal?
So from the streaming perspective, we need to be able to ensure our viewers get the best possible experience. In my opinion, since we're on a budget, we should only stream in the quality of 1080p and also 60 frames per second with around 6000 bitrate. We should also be able to stream in multiple platforms such as Twitch, TikTok and also YouTube. I recommend that we use Streamlabs or OBS because it enable VODs, which is just footage that we can view after the stream is done. In my opinion, since we're on a budget, we should use Elgato capture cards because it provides better quality, compression, and also audio quality. Not only that, we also want the viewers to be able to watch their favorite streamers. So I personally recommend that we use the Razer Kio Pro as our webcam because it provides strong video quality while still also maintaining performance. It's also very good in very lighting conditions, so we won't have to worry about lighting that much. Our microphone, I think we shouldn't be going too crazy since we're on a budget. We should just be using something decent like the HyperX Podcast. Just because it offers great noise isolation and also has an LED indicator built into it. And it also has a customizable RGB, so we can also keep that aesthetic vibe. What do you think?
Okay, I like that, Jamal. So we have to move on to our last part, which is the media aspect. So what do you think, is Royan?
Okay, thank you. So as a designer and in an esport club, so my main role is to translate club's identity that attract and inform and gain the engagement to our audience. So for the first thing that I need to make sure is my concept planning. So I will design the posters, the banners, and also all social media visuals that will attract the audience. And also I will do things that are needed in my posters that will attract them, such as bold typography, high contrast, and a clean color in my posters. So one important thing that I want to highlight is actually consistency. I want to use our main club color in the logo, which is red and blue, in our posters. So when they see our poster, they will eventually know that it is from us. And also from a cost efficiency perspective, so as a designer, of course, everything is almost free, but maybe some things that such as subscription of Canva, maybe it might need some cost, but it won't be that much. That's from cost. So what about device and equipment? So actually I will use my own computer, laptop and everything that I could use, so it won't be that much of problem since we already have that things. And also for the last thing is actually for merchandise, what we could give to them for them to remember and bring back to home. So I will help my team to design the items like jersey, lanyards, stickers and badges. So it will be a good design increase, and this will surely increase our club's popularity. Overall, my role as a designer is not just to make things look good, but to ensure every visuals add value, cost and strengthen our branding. So it will surely enhance the event experience for all the participants.
So thank you everyone for our suggestions. So now I will summarize all of our decisions for each of the device. So for the CPU, we'll be using AMD Ryzen 7 7800X3D. CPU cooler will be fan cooling. And for memory RAM, we'll be using 32GB RAM. And for the storage, we'll be using 500GB. And then for the video card GPU, we'll be using AMD Radeon RX 7600. And for the monitor, we'll be using AOC C24G18. And then for the headphone, we'll be using HyperX Cloud Stinger. For the mouse, we'll be using Logitech G102 Lightsync. Do you all agree with the suggestions?
Yes.
So for Jamal, I can't wait to see your streaming setups. So good luck. And also for our designer team, I wish all the best for the poster. Okay, so that's all for today. Good job everyone. So now, jom, I'm Lanjim Mixer.
Jom!